Pan-African lender Ecobank and the Africa Guarantee Fund have signed a $50 million guarantee agreement aimed at supporting small and medium-scale enterprises in Africa. And under the deal, both institutions will work together to unlock the potential of SMEs in Nigeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, the DRC, and Kenya. Right now, we discuss the opportunities and challenges associated with financing SMEs in Africa with Patrick Akinwunto, Ecobank's Group Executive Director, Domestic Bank. Thank you so much, Patrick, for joining us. It's great to have you in the studio today. So maybe we should talk a bit about the details of this deal. To first clarify, I hear it's $50 million, but I also hear $100 million is what potentially will go to SMEs. Can you just clarify that point? How exactly will this deal work?
Thank you very much, Wally. This is a collaboration between Ecobank and the Africa Guarantee Fund, wherein AGF is providing a 50% guarantee for principal losses.
Right.
And that means that the amount involved is a maximum of $100 million.
All right.
And this is the fund that we're making available to further support our SMEs across Africa.
Right. Okay, so it's kind of like credit enhancement, if you like, because they're not necessarily giving you the $50 million. It's more like they're guaranteeing $50 million that you can make available to SMEs. Am I getting that
Yes,
correct?
you're right. Okay. Because we, as Ecobank, we're focused on SMEs, so we actually put our balance sheet to support SMEs.
Right.
And what the Africa Guarantee Fund is doing is enhance the ability to support SMEs.
All right.
As you know, there may be challenges with the level of collateral available,
right,
or the timing of repayment because of certain uncertainties in the industry. Right. And therefore, the presence of the Africa Guarantee Fund partnering with Ecobank makes it easier. But our commitment as Ecobank remains.
Well, but what has been your experience with SMEs thus far? A lot of people say it's a risky place to lend to. So talk to us about your experience across Africa.
Well, I like to put it in perspective. Africa itself, for a long time, people say it's a risky environment. But for us at Ecobank, we don't have an African strategy. Africa is our strategy. And given that fact, SMEs is core to the strategy of Ecobank, because our focus is to contribute to the development of Africa in a positive manner. SMEs constitute the engine for growth in the economy in Africa. And therefore, for us at Ecobank, we've evolved an all-encompassing strategy. We call it the value chain strategy, where we look at multinationals, and then we support the value chain, the distributors, the suppliers, and their employees. And in that manner, the economic flow we're able to support across our 34-country network in Africa, which you would agree is unrivaled today.
Right. Right. Okay. So, but how much of your balance sheet is out there to SMEs? And with this kind of deal, how much more can we expect you'll be putting out to SMEs?
Okay. First, let me explain a bit. We run a diversified banking model. We have the corporate business, we have the investment banking business, we have the retail business. Indeed, we have the microfinance business, and we have the SME business that we're talking about currently. At this point, we have close to $1 billion in loans to SMEs, and we seek to grow that in a very bullish manner. When you look at the fundamentals in Africa and you look at the potential growth that SMEs will be able to unleash in the emerging economic scenario in Africa, the youth population, that is where we should play strongly, and that's what we're doing in Ecobank.
But do you see Africa changing in a positive way that would allow this drift? I know, for instance, in Nigeria, we have the government programs like it's tagged You Win This business competition program, where they give grants to SMEs. So far, I think they've given grants to almost 3,000 businesses right now. So it's good to hear that governments are putting the money where they're putting the money out there and supporting these businesses. But across the continent, do you see that similar support, particularly from government, to drive lending and development of SMEs?
Yes, in Ecobank we see that. I mean, it's a journey, and in this business, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So whilst various efforts are being put into place, the results take a while to begin to unfold. For instance, when you look at women in business, a lot of governments, including Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, have been placing a lot of emphasis on providing support to women. They form at the center point of the family unit, which is the center point of the SME ownership structure. Investing in women is investing in SMEs and is investing in families. And so we're beginning to see a consistent approach across the continent. We're also seeing institutionalized capacity building. And this is an area where Ecobank is investing significantly, working with our partner governments. We also have very good relationship with the public sector in each of the countries in which we operate. You mentioned Nigeria. We have the entrepreneur program where we showcase the capacity building potentials for SMEs. So it's a collaborative effort, but it's a journey, and I think we're on the right track.
What would you say is the biggest challenge though in growing that balance sheet aggressively? A lot of people talk about, of course now, this deal reflects that there's a need to enhance credit to SMEs simply because of the risk, issues like collateral, etc. So would you say that that's the biggest challenge to growing support for SMEs?
Not entirely. I mean, it's a critical factor, but there are other factors. SMEs need the enabling environment to thrive. We know the challenges with infrastructure across the continent, but we also know the progress that has been made in various sectors. For instance, accessibility. With what governments have done in the mobile sector, there's an increased access to SMEs. The cost of doing business in the area of communication has gone down relatively. In the area of power, there's still a long way to go. Governments are investing in education because it is the manpower that is available in the economy that will drive the SME business. So in terms of constraints, yes, there are always constraints, but we look at the opportunities that it provides. And this is the reason why we've built an unrivaled footprint, because we need to deliver down to the last mile in our villages and in our rural areas in order to show impact in dealing with SMEs. And this is why, for us at Ecobank, it's a passion. It's not just about business, it's a partnership, and it's a commitment to the future of Africa.